Just talk about what this Garrett team has done well to get to this point. What are you guys doing well? What are you trying to kind of carry over from this playoff run that you can apply on Friday night?
Well, I think more than anything, they've been tight as a group, and they've had a great belief in themselves all along. They've maintained high expectations for themselves and for each other really throughout the season. And now that we're in the playoffs where we are, they've kind of maintained that really.
How have they been able to pull out the close games? Because you take a look at the Jimtown game, then obviously, the Mishawaka-Marion games come down to a kick with 1.6 seconds left. How have they been able to strive and play their best football and come out on top when it comes down to crunch time against quality opponents?
Well, when you get to this time of year and you're winning games in the sectional finals and regionals and beyond, seems to be a mixture of a lot of things have to go right. You need to have talent as a team. You need to have some size and speed and strength. Experience is a pretty big factor. Sometimes matchups are just right. A little bit of luck really is pretty important too. Sometimes the ball's got to bounce your way. The draw comes out just how you need in the playoffs, and it's pretty hard to attribute it to any single thing. But these kids have played their tails off. It's kind of neat. They have a whole town behind them, and they feel it. If you walk around the sidewalks that are the walk we take out to play our games or the walk we take down the block to practice, elementary kids have been out on with their chalk. There's just well wishes all over the place, and the whole town's been that way. We returned 12:30 a.m. I guess it was Saturday morning, coming back from Mishawaka to a road filled with fireworks coming off of both sides. It's pretty neat what Garrett does for their athletes.
When you take a look at Concordia, what are your biggest concerns? Obviously, they scored 62 points against a good West Lafayette team. Their defense gets somewhat overlooked. But what are your biggest concerns, and what can you guys do well on Friday night that'll allow you to succeed?
Well, they have so many dimensions and threats. Their quarterback's experienced and sharp. He's good in the pocket. He's good out of the pocket. They have 4 or 5 kids that'll catch the ball. They have speed at the running back position. They've played good defense all year. They're well coached, obviously. There's just so many things with them to worry about, and I think they make it hard on anybody they play. It's pretty hard to just decide that's the thing you have to stop or you want to stop, because they have every other aspect within their offense to make it tough on a defense.
Final question from me. Offensively, you guys, I think we've seen smash-mouth Garrett football teams in the past that were really heavy run, but you guys have really opened up the passing game, specifically in the playoffs. So to have that versatility, how much, as a coach, does that make this offense difficult to defend, and how much of a feather in the cap is it for you guys that you can really move the ball any way you want as far as you can go offensively?
Well, I think like any offense, you're designed to do whatever you can to score points, and you hopefully have the ability to take whatever the defense gives you the most. Some weeks we've been able to run it better, some weeks throw. Like I said, I think any offense is trying to do that. We're lucky that we have the ability to do both. Tanner is a third-year quarterback. He started almost 40 football games in high school now, and then. Our receivers with, Ben Purdy's been catching a lot of balls lately. Cam Marion is on the other side. We've had enough of a passing dimension to give ourselves balance, and hopefully we're tough to defend in that way too.